Hey Goobers, I know I've been gone for a while and I got this figure like a few weeks ago, but I was like I didn't really feel like filming, I think. So I finally decided to finish it, but this is the Mess Toys Scarlet Spider Kane Parker from the Spider-Man Clone Saga comics. Here we go. So I just wanted to go over the box really quick, and it just has like some writing and spider logos on it. It's nothing too crazy, no crazy poses. But okay, fine, chill out. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into the sculpting and the paint and everything, and it looks really, really good. And by the way, I used my galaxy projector for this and just switch it to a primary color. That's what I've been doing for these videos to make the colors pop. But anyway, I think that the lenses are sculpted like amazingly. I love this shape of lenses because it's kind of like this on Symbiote Spider-Man sometimes, and I just love this overall shape. And it's like they didn't do anything too crazy with the paint, but I do like simplicity, and I just think it looks really good. And another thing is that this figure is a lot like the Revoltech 2.0 Spider-Man. I do have it, but I just decided to pull up a picture online instead of my own. But it is a lot like that figure when it comes to accessories and mainly the body mold. And it seems like Mess Toys is going to be milking this body mold and using it a lot for their future figures, like the Symbiote one or like the Invincible or the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly. And it's a good body mold, and it looks like they're going to use it a lot. Another thing is that if you're unaware, Mess Toys is actually CT Toys. If you ever bought from them, CT Toys made bootlegs of actual figures, like I think Mafex figures mostly. I actually have one of them. I'll show him at the end. But yeah, Mess Toys is basically just CT. I'm pretty sure just under a different name as far as I know. So I know this is technically not a Revoltech figure, but most of the figures I've reviewed on this channel are Revoltech figures. So I'm not really gonna run an articulation segment, but I mean it does get into some really good poses since it is just like that that Revoltech 2.0 Spider-Man. So it's pretty much the same figure, just different things, but overall the same articulation for sure. So now that we've covered that, we're just going to go into accessories. So you get fists straight out of the package, and you get relaxed hands, some splayed open hands, thwip hands, grabby hands, and then some wall crawling hands. And then you get a squinted eye head sculpt. And then you also get these, which are called his stingers. It's just a part of his powers. And then you get two web shots that go into the web thwipping hands like that, and they can also go into the fists as if he's like swinging from the web. And he also comes with these splayed out web pieces that look pretty cool. So finally you get this really bendable stand that Mess Toys included, and this is one of the coolest stands I've ever had, and it just bends like any way you want, and it holds up the figure really well, and this is probably one of the best stands I've ever used. So that's it for the accessories, but I just want to talk about some things real quick. So first of all, with this figure, you're going to want to put him in hot water or use some kind of like dish soap or whatever, because his joints are very, very tight. So like the second I started playing around with him, I was like, oh no, he needs to have some kind of treatment like hot water or whatever, because I just did not want to risk it at all. So I thought this would be kind of funny to point out, but my silly cat just like chewed off his finger, I'm pretty sure, because he had the web hand on him. I had the web hand on the figure, and I came back and I saw that it was like there was like a piece that looked like it was just like ripped off or something. It's not too noticeable, but I'm convinced he probably bit it off. It's so weird, but I just thought it was funny to point out. So this isn't really a big deal to me, but he does have some paint chipping on his left shoulder, which it's not a big deal to me, but I know other people like to complain about it, like it's the end of the world or something. I've never had any bad cases of paint chips. I've seen stuff about them on online, but they've never really been a big deal to me because they're usually very, very minor and you just cannot see them very well. But it's not a big deal to me. Some people might care though, so I thought it was just worth pointing out. So now for size comparison, we have him sitting next to the Mezco Ghostface and Amazing Yamaguchi Bucky Bootleg. And now we have him sitting next to Mafex Nightwing and SHF Volume 0 Gojo. And now we have him sitting next to the Marvel Legends Heroes for Hire Iron Fist And then this is my CT Toys Amazing Spider-Man that I was talking about that is actually pretty good for a bootleg. So this is no doubt a great figure. Like, I definitely recommend getting this figure, especially if you like Revoltech / Amazing Yamaguchi action figures, and it's great if you love Spider-Man. And guess what? I love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. You know, I love Spider-Man.
Do you think that's funny, Butthead? Do you find it amusing that we'll be talking about the
Upcoming action figures. Yes, Coach Buzzcut, I do think that's funny. So Kyoto, which Kyoto runs Amazing Yamaguchi, if you didn't know, they announced that Genos will be releasing next week, which by the time this video comes out, it'll be the week of that it releases. But if you didn't hear about the tariffs, if you didn't hear about the tariff situation with the U.S., Japan Post is suspending packages to the U.S., and so Ami, which that's where I bought Genos from, has to set up a new shipping service, and it's going to take a minute, so it may take longer for Genos to be here, but I'm still excited. So anyway, we're going to move on to the Amazing Yamaguchi Garo from One Punch Man, and I wasn't really originally planning on getting this figure, but I rewatched One Punch Man recently, and I saw this reveal, and I'm just like, I gotta get it. And it just looks so good. I can't wait. And also, if anybody's interested, the Revoltech Saitama from One Punch Man, well, he is One Punch Man. Anyway, he is actually getting a reissue, and so if you're interested in that. And then also, the other day, I found this, it's a third-party company that's, they're calling it Blood Hunter. It's supposed to be like Blade, and so I'm gonna get him. You can get him on, you can pre-order him on, I think 5K Toys or Toys Metaverse if you're interested. He looks really good. I want him right now. I've never bought from these sites before, but I just know that's where you can pre-order the figure from what I've heard, and I've heard that these sites are authentic, but I just have no input because I've never bought from them before. That's everything. Here's some poses. Bye-bye.